What's up, sports bettors? Matt here with OddsJam, coming to you to preview this Sunday night football game between the 49ers and the Broncos, with this game being played, obviously, in Denver, home game for the Broncos. Kind of interesting, both teams came into the year with legitimate Super Bowl aspirations. Both of them kind of had a rough start to the season for different reasons, right? The 49ers lost the Week 1 slop fest to the Bears. Then in Week 2, unfortunately, just awful for the kid. Trey Lance went down with a horrific ankle injury. He's out for the year. But 49ers had Jimmy G able to come in. That's why they ended up not trading him. So they should still be on track to be a really good team this year. The Broncos are a team I'm legitimately worried about. We'll talk about it in more detail when I preview the game, but just a gross performance from their offensive coaching staff so far. Clunky, unorganized, every adjective you can come up with that's negative you can say about the Broncos offense. But they're still 1-1, obviously 15 games to turn it around, so we will see. I did find it interesting. So this game opened up and the Broncos were favored, not by a lot, but the Broncos were the favorite, like -1.5, -2, something like that. And the odds have shifted so much where now the 49ers are favored and money is still coming in on the 49ers. So I locked in the 49ers were a plus EV bet, their money line, at -113. I put a full unit on them at -113. It was a positive expected value bet. I really like it. I mean, BetOnline has them at -122. Pinnacle, OddsJam Perfect Line, has them at -119. Best odds you can get on them right now are on PointsBet at -115. I still would recommend taking their money line at -115. The money is still continuing to come in on the 49ers. So I think that this will end up beating the closing line by the end of the year. Or excuse me, by game time, by the time this game starts. The spread is hovering between 49ers -1 to -2, depending on where you look. Majority of books have it at 49ers -1.5. Again, PointsBet giving you the best odds for this at -105. And then the over-under is being set at 44.5 or 45, depending on where you look. So I love the 49ers money line in this one. Best odds, you can get them at -115, I think is good. So for that reason, obviously, I'll skip looking at the point spread. And instead, I wanted to look at the total. So initially, I would think that the under would be the right play in this game. The Broncos still have a good defense. 49ers have like a top 5 defense. Their defense is incredible. And just the way that these, mostly the Broncos offense has been playing, I have no faith that they're going to be able to put up points. So it looks like majority of books have this total at 45. If we scroll down, let's see if we can get it 45.5 anywhere. No. So the best odds we can get it at are under 45 at -105. I would imagine if you remove the VIG from the OddsJam line of these two numbers, -102 versus -110, it won't be plus EV, but let's see, -102. -110. Yeah, puts the true line of this at -104. So this isn't going to be an official play taking the under. I do like it at -105 if you are so inclined, but it's not a positive expected value play. So maybe I'll wait a little bit, see how the odds shake out, see if I can get a play on the under that is plus EV. But I do like it, right? I mentioned how bad the Broncos offense has been. It's gotten to the point where their head coach is undecided whether he wants to go for it on 4th down or not. He takes too long. Then he makes the wrong decision, tries to kick a field goal, but he waited too long. So the end up getting a delay of game penalty, brings him back 5 yards, and then he ends up punting. It's gotten to the point where the home crowd in Denver was literally counting down the play clock to make sure that they got a play in on time, to make sure that they got the snap off in time. So not only are they struggling to just get play calls in on time, but that also means Russell Wilson doesn't have nearly as much time to get to the line of scrimmage and dissect the defense. So even if they do get a play off, he's already at a disadvantage. So that's why I love the 49ers money line so much at -115. Like I said, I got him at -113. Losing Trey Lance hurts, but it probably raises their floor, right? Like Jimmy G, you know what you're getting out of him. He's not going to lose many games for you. He'll miss some throws. He'll be aggravating, but he's generally a steady presence. So in a game like this, where their defense shouldn't let up more than 2 touchdowns, like if the Broncos scored 20 points, I would be surprised, is where I'm at on this one. So that's why I like the under. And that's also why I like the 49ers. So a little bit of a betting preview, but in terms of locking in bets, of course, you want to find some value. You want to place some positive expected value bets. So let me refresh the positive EV page, see what we got. Last I checked, there was a positive expected value play on Melvin Gordon's rushing total. Looks like it's still there. I love this one. I think this is a really, really good bet. It's a plus 102 on Caesars. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this in. We are looking at, not TD score, looking at player props. We're looking at rushing yards, Melvin Gordon over 38.5, $50. And this bet has been placed. So the reason why I like this one so much, the Broncos are still giving Melvin Gordon a decent amount of run. And he's been good. Like it's not like he's been bad. Javonte Williams is clearly the better player. He's also got 10 more yards in terms of what his over-under is at, and heavier juicing towards the over. We got Melvin Gordon at 38.5 at plus 102. If you click into this play, you will see where every other book prices it. And look at this. Every book is giving you significantly worse odds than Caesars at plus 102. BetMGM minus 115, under at minus 110, telling you that they think the over is the more likely scenario. Same thing with DraftKings. The over is at minus 120. The under is at minus 110. Tipico has it about 50-50. BetOnline, one of the sharpest sports books in the world, another sharp one that we like to use to look at true lines and stuff. Over at minus 118, under at minus 110, favoring the over. And then if you open this up in a new tab, you will see what every other book is pricing this play at. And the other books pricing this, Prize Picks, Pinnacle, have this a yard higher. So like not insanely, not a huge difference, right? Just a yard. But still, they think his over-under should be above 38.5. And if you want to look at how he has been doing historically, just search his name in the OddsJam Props app. You can download this at the iOS store. He's gone over this total in 25 of his last 33 games. If you want to look at his last 10, he's literally gone over 9 of his last 10, including both games this year. So while I do expect this game to be a little bit lower scoring, I really like this player prop, Melvin Gordon, to go over 38.5 rushing yards. So I locked that in. Now let me just add this one to my bet tracker, and that's it. So in terms of betting preview, give me money, give me the 49ers money line, give me the under, and then official bet, give me Melvin Gordon plus EV play on his over 38.5 rushing yards. And that's it. So appreciate you guys watching. Enjoy the Sunday Night Football game and have a good one.